Everyone, this is me, your man, you Blink. You know what it is. It's time for us to get another episode of First String Podcast in. We got some stuff to talk about today. We got Cowboys Phillies. We got Bills Chiefs. We got a little bit around the league. We got a little league in oil. And guess what? We got 4 games this week. 1 Thursday night game, 3 Saturday games. We have the return. The Z return of Z-Man, who has been out in the middle of nowhere. But guess what? We ready for him to come back. We're going to get him up in here right after this. Stay with us.
Yeah.
First String Podcast. Yeah. Too Danny. Dre on the beat. You know. Yeah. What's your favorite squad? Tell me who you going with. First String Podcast. Yeah, we keep it lit. We got the latest updates. We don't pump fake. Like, comment, share it. We don't care. Feel free to hate. We got great guests. Join us. You should chime in. Houdini on the intro for the time being. Lady A, representing Washington. Pick Washington, everything Washington. Aunt Mo coming out of Dallas, you know the business. Said, them Georgia Bulldogs ain't quitting. Yeah, if you ain't watching sports, you ain't living. About to get my mattress Mac on, about to bet $1 million. Bet $1 million. Let's talk about it. We all grown and cool, we can talk about it. Before we hit the news, we gon' talk about it. Oh, you wanna bet? Let's pop a bottle bow. Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome again. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, First String Podcast. It is I, Cedric, a.k.a. you Blink 71. That's my gamer tag. This is for those of you who play Call of Duty. I'm your man. I'll be up in there. Well, right now, computer's down. But anyway, while I'm doing that right there, we're going to go ahead and bring in some of our specialists from the background who bring the fire to the show every time we're here. First, we're going to start with the light, the sunshine. Miss Fines herself. Lady A.
You're just so extra with your introductions. I mean, there's no one like it. No one like it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I don't know if that's good or bad, though, Sid.
Whoa.
I don't know if that's good or bad. It depends on the day and the introduction.
See, I'm real disappointed you at that point. Real disappointed. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special tonight. We have the man, the myth, the legend.
Mm-hmm.
The cowboy of all time. The man who called a quarterback by his whole first full government name. He been missing in action. He been ready to come back. We're going to bring him in, our man, Aunt Mo.
Man, what's up, man? I got a new part in my head, so I want to come show off, man.
Oh, my God. There you go. As long as you keep your clothes on, that's all that I ask.
Hey, listen, while I was out, I got some counseling. I'm reformed. You know what I'm saying? My clothes stay on. I sleep in clothes now.
Not
anyway,
though.
all of that work I've been doing at the post office said I'm trying to get one of them PlayStation 5s out the door with you, man. So I can get on there with you. But I know you ain't I know you don't got the PlayStation 5. I know you on PC. I get it.
Sir.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get on there with you.
Yeah, my motherboard's down, dog. My motherboard's down. I gotta do a little rebuilding here. Just ain't had a chance to, staying at work. They've been keeping the boy occupied, so I had a chance to order one up so I can put it back together. Break it in, put it back together, do what I need to do. With that being said, before we jump off in this, where we're going here, we're gonna welcome some people in the chat.
All right.
First in the chat we got right now, Mr. Dunn. Mr. We see you, Don. What's going on, my brother? Yeah, he had to put it in there. First in the building. We see you, Don. Like the way my man Bruce.
Hey, Bruce.
He always here. He always here.
Long time no see.
Our youngest fan all. She ain't here on time today. Welcome, Go Caps.
She had a birthday now, ain't she?
Look at it. That was the other day. That was the other day.
See what I'm saying?
You be knowing. It's okay. You know.
For sure. So see, they gonna go Cali. Look at that. He tell me happy belated birthday. How about that?
Happy belated.
We gonna get to that, Dom. I ain't forgot. You may not like mine, but hey, it is what it is. What's going on, my brother? Welcome.
Hey, Droopy.
Big Drew.
What's that say?
Good evening, everyone.
Did Pig ever get hurt? Oh, you know what? I don't know. He's out on assignment for the night. We had to ask him later on. I think he did, but I'm not sure. I think he did. I'm not sure. We had to ask him that later on. No pick today. No, again, go Cavs. He's a little bit too fast on the draw there. He out on the assignment today, and he should be here on Saturday. So we're gonna go from there. See, there you go. There's your first one there, Ant. Go Cavs. Right there. Boom.
We can't put Don's up. Say it.
Done. He being petty. Had to put it out there. He being petty.
Yeah.
And go Cavs. Laugh loud. LL. Okay.
Bro, you was a fool, man.
So we gonna jump right in it. I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad you're here for this one. We're gonna jump right in it for the day. The first thing we're gonna talk about today: Cowboys, Philly.
Ants team
I didn't make this up. This
versus
is what it is.
team.
Just so happened,
Man,
you got the cowboy himself in there, and you got to Ant talk to him.
I'm gonna tell y'all.
Team said,
let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all first of all. Listen, man, I went on a hiatus from the Cowboys for a couple weeks, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I went about 3-4 games. I didn't even watch. I didn't care what they had going on. I was sick of it. Okay, if you want me to watch losers, I just go stand around and look outside. Okay, I ain't watch. I don't go watch the Cowboys every week to watch them lose games they should win and win games they should lose. Okay, I need some consistency in my life. But anyway, it was but I did watch this game. It was impressive. I got to give it to Rain Dakota. Prescott. He did what he was supposed to do. He quote unquote showed up, but the refs apparently fleeced him. That's a game I didn't watch because I knew they were going to lose. And I got to be honest with you. I think something's wrong with Jalen. I think that man is all the way healthy, but there's no excuses because you got to show up as next man up, or if you're going to be there, we expect you to do what you need to do. But I was impressed. Would you look at there? Would you see what happens when you give CeeDee Lamb the ball? What happens?
What happened?
Is the man not at almost 100 catches and 1,100 yards? I mean, I only been saying he's a real number one receiver in the NFL pick. I know you ain't watching. You're watching the Mavericks give it to the Lakers real good, pause. But I am here to tell you that I told you that man was him.
Okay.
I digress.
I mean, I actually agree about Jalen. Something's going on. He's not playing the same way he was at the beginning of the year. It's something's off. And I think Pick asked was Philly broke. I don't think they are. I just think that they lost this game, but it's not like if they lost to someone ranked 32, then they're broken. That's how I look at it. They didn't. This was a division game. It was supposed to be tough. They're designed to be tough. I just feel like Jalen, I mean, he had 197 passing yards to Dak's 271. That right there just lets me know how the game was. If I didn't know the score, I would see that. I would know. No touchdowns for Jalen. So, yeah, it's different.
Lady, I was going to ask you two things. Do you think that there's a real narrative around the consistency of what Jalen can do inside the pocket, number one? And is that really a big difference as far as the yardage totally passing when they've been this big run, this team predicated around the run game, and Jalen being way more effective being able to run first and pass second? Right. So is that really a discrepancy if he's able to get 2 touchdowns running, or you know what I'm saying? If he's able to do the tush push 4 times in the quarter.
So Jalen's as far as his rushing yards, he only got 30 yards. So if he's not doing either one, and he usually does have more passing yards. Let's be real. He usually has more than that.
Right. Right.
But even rushing, he got 30 yards. So 30 yards rushing, 197 passing yards, that's not Jalen. So, and could you say, oh, well, the Cowboys effectively shut him down, it just looks different, you know. I don't think that it was just an effective shutdown. I think it was a combination of things, and one of those things is something is off.
Yeah.
So I do, and that's what I've been talking about a lot this season when it comes to certain players. Even if they play, do I think that their team is going to perform the same way as if they were 100%? No, that's a factor, and we see it every day because we see people play hurt. You're not going to play the same. If you're 100% or 10%, there's a difference. So I think that Jalen is playing, but Jalen, something is going on. I don't know what it is, and I'm not going to, try to speculate on that without me having that information.
Valid excuse
I know
though,
I might
or
find it.
Well,
valid excuse though.
What I'll say from what I observed from the game is that one, with them having a new offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, the offensive coordinator, he doesn't tend to stay with the run early, and I think that hurt them early. Don't get me wrong, there were some drop passes out there, but the Cowboys also punched that ball out quite a few times.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to take that into account as well. But I think the offensive coordinator literally went away from the run way too early and then came back into it when it was late. And just then, wait a minute, if you
He freezing.
You
know it ain't no good signal in there. You got to pay for the good internet there now. you can't just hop on with the cell phone internet, man.
He is too.
And then he freezing, looking like he's frozen.
You keep freezing up. Y'all keep freezing up. We getting freeze frame.
Well, I'm glad he did.
I agree with you, though.
I saw that the most
you said
out of that game is that they came out in the third quarter with concerted effort to run the ball. It loosened it up a little bit. There were too many drops, too many catches that weren't secure. They were punched out in the last minute. That's a factor because a few of those balls that Jalen did throw, he hit them in the hands.
Yes,
they hit him in the hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
but I'm not taking anything away from the Cowboys. The Cowboys did exactly what they're supposed to do. If they catch it, we punching it out.
Because let's be clear. Because let's be clear. Even with those turnovers, the Cowboys will find a way to lose them games. That's just a fact.
They played very well, and Dak played very well in the game. He only had the one. He only had the one fumble. He had the one fumble. He had
which was pathetic. It was. Are you right? I can't say something about him. That was pathetic.
That was the only. That's probably the only bad part he did in the game. But for the most part, he played a clean. To that point, he played a clean game. He did. He played a clean game. But
like
we
an
cannot
MVP?
take away what the Cowboys did in that game, and I would not take away from what they did in the game. Huh?
Play like an MVP.
I mean, he has been. When you look at the numbers, when you look at the numbers, Dak he's at the top spot right now for MVP.
Now, I'm not saying that. Let me be clear.
No, I'm not being.
No, and hold on. I'm asking because I've been hearing the talks, and for me, I don't listen.
That's what his number. That's what the numbers say. I mean, you ain't gonna say. I gotta say, but his numbers say at this point in the season, if the season ended today, he would be MVP. The numbers don't lie. He got
over Mr. Irrelevant in San Francisco.
Right, he has the most touchdowns. He has the highest passing percentage. He has the highest QBR. He's leading all three of those categories. So you can't take that away from him.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't take it away from him.
Okay.
So with that.
So wait. So you think that this is a learning curve for the new coach? Like this is what's going on? Is that what you're thinking? For the Eagles.
The offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because he like I said, one of the things that made them run early in the game is that they were running the ball. They was gashing, they was doing it, but they didn't come out with that in this game. They came out passing first, then they ran one time, passing again. So that's not the rhythm that they need. Because remember, and one of the things we said in the championship game, the Super Bowl against Kansas City, what was the one thing we said? They stopped doing what?
They stopped running the ball.
Running the ball.
Start running the ball. And what I was gonna say real quick, are they the original coaching staff. They lost the offensive and defensive coordinator, correct?
Right.
It and they had the formula, right? It sounds like what's happening though with Jalen is the same thing that happened with Dak. Dak took a little bit longer to start progressing as a passer consistently. Mm-hmm. It was always still going to be predicated around some type of run game, whether that was going with Zeke and Dak kind of picking his spots and then being able to throw in, off the play action. Thinking that Jalen is that good to where he's a consistent drop back passer, I still don't think is a realistic thing. And I believe that if they, with Swift and whoever the other guy is and Jalen, if they're not able to run consistently, they're still going to end up being in trouble because Jalen is definitely elevated as a passer, but still not one of those top 5 upper echelon guys that naturally are going to be able to put the ball where they want to consistently. That's what I believe. So learning curve for sure. You're going to have to learn how to. It should be what's the ratio? Probably 3-1 as far as like run the pass. Like if Jalen is required to go, they're down 15, and you want him to go wing it around to lead a comeback. I'm not buying that. I'm sorry. Yeah. Healthy or not healthy.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jalen he's a good quarterback. He's not the best though. I mean, we kind of talked about that last season too. They just put together a really good program, which is why they got as far as they did. With that said, when you take away some key components, there's going to be a little bit of a hiccup. And I think this is what we're seeing right now. They've been doing good this season, don't get me wrong, but these last 2 games got you looking like what's going on? So
perfect storm too, I think, because I think it's San Francisco being able to be a little more healthy and get back on track. Then the Eagles getting a little bit of that medicine to not be healthy. You know what I'm saying? New coordinators, like everybody in San Francisco's gelled together, even with the Cowboys. That's been pretty consistent. At least with with McCarthy, he was in the building. He wasn't probably calling all of the plays last year, but he was in the building. So I think it's a little less of an adjustment than offensive and defensive coordinator. Did y'all see that AJ Brown was complaining about the offense?
Yep.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yep.
I love it. I love when they implode. It's beautiful.
So with that being said, we're gonna move over to the other game, controversial game that we had over the weekend. The Bills and the Chiefs. Buffalo won the game. Kansas City get robbed again the second week in a row. Kansas City has come out now and complained to the refs. This week, it's kind of so-so. Last week, yes. Last week was highway robbery. The DB tackled the wide receiver, should have been a penalty. It is what it is.
But was it more egregious than what happened to the Saints?
Yes. Did you see it?
No, it was not.
Last week? Oh, yes, it was.
No, it was not, Pig.
Yes,
I'm sorry. My bad, Sid. You sound like Pig.
Hey, yes, it was.
Man, listen. The dude from the Saints got mauled on that play.
Dude, he was standing on the guy back.
This what I say. He said, "F your couch."
He was on the boy back like backpack last week, dog.
I'm gonna tell you this: Pitt can't go to no more Chiefs games.
Listen, can I say this though, on a serious tip? And this is what I don't like about the Eagles fans that are on Facebook going crazy. And I don't like it. Like Patrick Mahomes, we've never seen that from him. It's not like they never got screwed out of a game. It's not like they never lost. But I think when you start getting a taste of what everybody else gets, now all these guys want to start losing their minds all of a sudden. And I don't appreciate it. I know, listen, like you guys are competitors and all of that. I dig it. But stop the crying, because it happens all the time. They just so happen to catch Kadarius this time and not catch the other guy. That happens way more often than what we would realize and be honest about. So overall, I love it. I love to see the Chiefs get a little taste of that. I love to see you guys, because let's see how you look when it ain't in your favor. When that number 1 seed ain't looking like it's going through there. Let's see how you start looking now when you got to string together some stuff, and fight like men. I don't like the crying and the complaining, man. You all super mad. It happens. When stuff works in your favor, nobody cries or complains. So just shut up.
Look at Ant. He just loves the chaos. You notice that?
I do.
Every time
I do.
they talk about some chaos, Ant is like, yup. You know, Ant.
John, man, I love you, bro. I don't even care what you're talking about. I love you, man. Okay, can we just start there? I love
Right,
you.
right. But no, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to the officials, my issue is bigger than just this one game. Why do we have these crazy situations all season, all last season? Like, when are we gonna finally do something about it? When is that? Didn't I say it last year? I was like, what are they teaching at ref college or something like that? What is really going on? So I'm pretty tired of seeing this, and I think something needs to change. But I don't think it is just for one team. It needs to be across the board. Like, I don't understand why we're here.
So were they premature in taking away the review?
I feel like there are times where they take it away, and then sometimes they review it, and there's no reason to.
Right.
So what is your determining factor here? You know what I mean? Like, what at what point are you going to review and you're going to make sure that it's valid? And then at what point are you just going to take that away? Like, I've seen reviews done on absolutely nothing.
The difference, here's the difference. The NFL, those refs all joined together and said, I don't give a crap what nobody says. We're going to dictate and determine that, not a review. And that's the problem that I have, because it was stuff that was obvious, like what we're saying.
Yes.
And they would literally not overturn it. Mm-hmm. And so it's one of those things where it's like, well, what do you do with that? You know, like, bro, it's like, I don't know, man. The NFL, you know, I got my issues with them by and large, because they just do what they want to do when they want to.
Yeah,
that's right. I mean, not to bring this up again, but I mean, we saw it in the NFC Championship game. A ball that clearly should have been reviewed, they didn't review. A ball that was a clear touchdown was nowhere close to the ground, did not be reviewed. They reviewed that. So, like Ann said, they're gonna do what they want to do.
They do what they want to. I can't stand that. I'm like, y'all do it, and that's from Goodell down.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, let's not forget about the whole fact that no matter what an outside court says, we're going to determine what we want to do with the players and with the suspensions. That stuff is just, I don't know, man.
And I'm going to say this, because y'all know I go to plenty of games in the season. I've gone to games, and that's one of the issues that I've had with my team and their coach, our head coach. I'm not going to name no names today, but when there's a clear situation where you know that your team has been done wrong, there's supposed to be an opportunity, i.e., throwing a flag down to ask for a challenge. You have that opportunity, but it's almost like this season I've seen more coaches let things slide than anything, and there are situations where it literally determines the game. It affects the outcome of the game. So if you have a player that you know was in bounds on a big play and they say he was out of bounds, why are you sitting there and not saying nothing? Why are you sitting there when they're saying that you didn't get a touchdown when you know you did? Like, so I feel like it's a whole big issue. It's a big bundle of mess at this point. So that's where I am with it. And I think that these things need to be fixed. I feel like in regards to Kansas City Buffalo game, I mean, yes, and to your point, it does happen, but it shouldn't. Right. And I'm not going to scream and holler for just one team. I feel like scream and holler for everybody, for the whole league.
Right.
And I mean, and you're right. We have to. Yeah. Because some of these calls are just bad.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real about it. I mean, just bad. And then they try to clean up the day. You're talking about the referees the last couple weeks have been trying to enforce the offensive offside. That's what they leaked out today.
They said, well. I heard something earlier. What's today? Tuesday. I heard something late last week where they said so far they've been 13, but last year or something it was only like 2 or something like that,
Yep.
or it was like, or maybe it was from week to week. It was 13, 1, and I don't listen. That's as useless as them coming back after they've screwed a call up and say, yeah, we admit that should have been called. Well, the game's over with now, and
they've been doing that.
I hate that.
They did. I don't understand that, and they keep doing it to my team after the fact. I'm like, bruh, we know that the fans are booing in the stadium.
Did she say something about that egregious? Did she say something about that shell of a team?
What did you say?
Did you say something about that shell of a team? Don't get me started on those Commanders, please don't.
No, I mean, let's be real.
Because I want to see Doc. Where's he at? I got a lot to say to y'all. I heard all that crap y'all were doing.
And
first
of all, me and Doc have been fussing about some things, and I feel like on game day, it's probably best that me and Doc are not together because that might be a problem. We may
Doc would disagree with that.
We may take over some things. Shut up, Aunt. We may take over some things, and that's a problem. But I mean, regardless of how my team is doing, we got our own struggles. Why do we have the refs, against us? And he said, we can do it on our own. Clearly, we can do it on our own. But you're going to tell us after the game is over? Like,
so let me ask you really quick, because I know we OG class again for sure, but I ain't been here in a while. What is the deal with y'all? Like, what is the actual issue with the team?
You want to know? It's a bunch. It's a bunch. Okay, so first, we had quite a few issues last season, and then they even trickled over into this season. But right now, they done got rid of Del Rio. So that's
I remember that.
That's good. However, I completely agree. And it's funny because we just mentioned Doc. Doc and I have the same stance on this. Why would you get rid of Montez Sweat and Chase Young, and then after that get rid of the defensive coordinator? Make sense. Because
all I want you to do too is don't blame that on Rivera. That ain't got nothing to do with him.
No.
Y'all want to get rid of him bad.
Del Rio. That's
okay,
Del
I'm
Rio.
just saying.
But here's my thing. Ron shouldn't even be there anyway. So that's another story. Okay. Y'all know I was calling for him last season, and he was already hanging on by a thread at the beginning of last season. And then, of course, this time last year, I was ready to have a little chat.
Capacity?
Huh?
Did you say he was holding on by a string last season? Are you talking about his mental capacity, or are you talking about his abilities as a coach?
Possibly. I just know that it just something needs to be done because he needs to go. And it's funny because at this point, it's like if you read, they're not even saying if Ron is gone next season. Is he going to be gone? No, they're like, who's taking his place? That's what everyone is talking about. All the articles are like, is who's going to be the next head coach in Washington? They're not even speculating if he's going to be fired. They are. Right. Well, they're like, we know.
But it's the end of his contract, though, right? This is the last year of his contract.
He should have one more.
Man,
one more year.
His contracts feel like dog years. But John,
it don't matter. He should have been gone last year.
But John, listen, no, you guys don't get to put the enemy up here and say that they failed you. No, all I heard at the beginning of all of this was how he was the savior and how he was going to come bring that championship mentality. And they showed up to the press conference and he was yelling in practice and he was running around with his little body.
He did bring. That's my thing. Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about that real quick. Eric Bieniemy did bring a different mindset to the team. And you know what happened? The players ran and complained to Ron Rivera. Ron Rivera, in turn, tells the press all of that. So it's like one or two things. You want to win or you don't. And a lot of people are like, okay, it's because of the lackadaisical, mentality of the team. And it's no secret. We got two players that just left who I just mentioned. And then they go and they were on defense and they go to other teams and they're throwing so much shade about the culture. Oh, it's good to see XYZ when I go to this team and when I go to practice and when we step on the field and in the locker room, because I didn't have that where I was. They're throwing shade because it's the truth. A lot of players have come under Ron's, under his term. They say like they'll go to another team or players that come over. They're like, it's so lax. Why? And so, of course, when Eric comes in screaming and hollering, there's a lot of players who did not like that. They didn't like anyone to come in and disrupt their relaxing spa day or whatever they thought they were having.
And that's what honest. I don't be honest. I think you guys are a train wreck. I don't understand what is. I'm serious. Like,
it's been a train wreck. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, but I'm like, we got new. You guys got new. You got new ownership, and then the enemies coming in. How has the quarterback been looking?
Sam has really good stats, but Sam does not have an offensive line. So
as we said a year ago that this was gonna happen.
We knew this. Because remember, I know you remember in the draft, I was like, all right, we need a tight end. We need this. We need that. They got none of that.
Yeah. Y'all got a cornerback and another quarterback. And
I'm going to be real with you. I understand Emmanuel Forbes was drafted for a reason. I get it. He is fast. He is very fast. But I have gone to all of these games. And that young man cannot tackle.
Well, he's got those little toothpick legs.
He needs to tackle. Like, that's what he needs to do. He can, what good? Okay, you fast, you right there with him. But what good are you going to be to me if you standing right there and you can't tackle the person? That means nothing to me.
That's unfortunate. I can't lie. That is unfortunate because we knew this draft.
But I'm mad you just realizing we a train wreck. Hello?
No. I've been noticing.
Oh, because we was
I've
a
been
train
noticing.
wreck.
I just wanted to, I hadn't been on here to discuss the train wreck that is the Washington Commanders.
You were here last season.
Yes, but there was so much promise attached to, he's got those guys in there. He's got them riled up. It's like, then they went and cried to Ron, and then Ron said, hey, man, it's all on them. He's got to work that out, which I didn't understand what the issue was with that, because it seems like Ron at least tried to put the onus on, like, hey, this guy's here. Y'all need to talk to him. So I don't know. Anyway, we're getting off the beaten path here. I'm sorry.
and with that being said, we're gonna move on to our next little segment here, so we can get this thing rolling. We got other stuff to do as well. We're gonna kick this off right here. We finna move into the Z segment, the one that we waiting to hear about on every Tuesday. Who's making oil?
Brought to you by Crisco.
I've never witnessed this live, by the way. So
not Crisco. So you know what? I'm here. I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna jump right into it. I'm not even gonna waste no time. Number one on my list today, them stupid Atlanta Falcons.
Aw.
I'm so tired of ready throwing an interception in the red zone. I'm so tired of Arthur Smith, who calls a pass from the 3-yard line when your offensive line is trash.
Aw.
You hear what I say? I'm talking about hefty trash bag trash. Just put them in there. You come over here. You come over here. No, it's not working.
What was that?
How long you been playing football since high school? Who knows when you run into the end zone, you drop back your first read. If it's not there, you throw it away. You don't try to stand there and find another one. You're in the end zone. Don't worry about it. We get rid of both of y'all at the end of the year.
Okay.
Playoff 10, 11 win season looking.
Like that. It don't make a difference. We're going to do something like that. It's absolutely ridiculous. Let's move on. Let's move on to the Detroit Lions.
I love this. I love this.
Detroit, y'all got about 9 first rounders on the defensive line. It's about 9 up. It's about 9 up. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got like 9. Look at here. I don't start leaking oil on myself.
Look at here.
Whoa. Whoa.
Hey, pause. Pause.
That is definitely a 5.
Anyway, back to Detroit. You playing a Chicago Bear team, offensive line and Swiss cheese. You sat back there and you let Justin Fields think he was back at Ohio State, slinging that rock across the field. Pause.
This is getting out of hand.
Yeah.
That's what he did. He's slinging it over here. He's slinging it over there.
Okay.
It's 4th and 13. It's 4th and 13. Hello, DJ Moore's on the field.
Oh, God.
What does he do? Hike the ball. Oh, he good. We don't need no safety over there. Touchdown.
Jeez.
Hello, Detroit.
Wasn't that rock deep that time?
Man, caught it all across his face.
What? Say it.
Anyway, we moving on to the next one. You know what? I'm even gonna get a Texas a pass. You know, it was bound to catch them sooner or later for them to have a bad game. I'm gonna get them a pass. You know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna get them a pass. It was bound to happen to them. The success they've had is gonna catch it to them. They're gonna run to a team and they're gonna get sucker punched. It happened. I mean, we just expect it to happen earlier instead of late. You know, but it happened. So we just gonna give them a little bit, a little tease. But you know what? The quarterback got hurt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He got hurt in the game. He's in the concussion protocol. So we gotta keep an eye on him. But let's slide on down to the California area. To the California area. It's about 3 of them out there, but one in particular.
Who say it?
Head coach is on his seat is on blaze. It ain't even hot. His seat is on blaze. You just went out and gave a quarterback more money than the guy who played in the Super Bowl last year. Now he's hurt. He hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, not that he was doing anything while he was there, because y'all was trash then as well.
Oh man.
Trash. You wouldn't draft a wide receiver from TCU. He's a straight line runner. I watched the championship game. That's all he did.
Uh-oh.
Yep. And he didn't catch the ball.
That's all he did. Don't tell me now. And not only that, let's talk about the touchdown he dropped last week.
Uh-oh.
It only hit him in the hands. That's all.
Right.
You know, I mean, it probably fall out here, but it like it hit him like right here because it fell off of that. Like
all these people you talking about. All these people you talk about said I went and got that bag. You was talking about that trash, that hemp
What
bag.
the trash bag? You know what? You just made me think of something. I'm glad you did that. You did make me think of something. I got something for next week's segment. You just made me think of something. I'm glad you did that. I got something next week's segment. Just like that right there.
Oh, Lord help us.
Yeah, I got something next week's segment.
Help us all.
And then last but not least, not that I thought the Packers going to do anything anyway.
Oh.
How you going to the New York? We can't figure out who's going to play quarterback Giants.
Can I get a cannoli?
Yeah. I mean, took an L. You were just trying to get yourself back in position to make a playoff run. You go out there to New York and get punched around, pushed around, kicked over, drugged through the snow, out there making snow angels on the side, asking, can we order wings now because the game is over?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is what it is. Don't get me wrong now. Let's enjoy the Bulldogs on Green Bay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A couple of them hurt. But embarrassing.
Listen, the Giants didn't even lose to the Commanders.
Oh my goodness!
Don't do that.
Say that.
But
I'm gonna slide right past. I'm gonna slide right past it. I'm gonna slide past it.
Shady.
I'm gonna slide. Lady A.
It feels good to be back.
I'm turning the page.
It feels good to be back.
Last but not least,
real shady.
I gotta put this out here because if I don't put it out here, I'll be called two-faced. Let's talk about the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, your
they
team.
leaking.
Now, I will put. They do have one caveat Jalen Carter might have secured the defensive player of the year as a rookie with that scoop and score. But that's about it.
That was a great little battle between him and Smith, though.
We must run the ball first. Stop getting pass happy. Run first, pass later. If Jalen's hurt, I don't know what y'all gonna do because you got Mariota behind you. If you didn't watch Atlanta last year, matter of fact, if you didn't watch the quarterback show last year, he don't stay on the show very long. I'm just saying, and that would be leaking the oil with your boy.
Yeah, brought to you by Sunflower Oil.
Hey,
right.
Brought to you by Dawn because you can't clean that mess up no way.
Terrible. Awful.
He's gonna be Valvoline or KY.
So go Caps. That's really good to hear. That your friend was doing well, but hopefully things turn around and do your friend does well. I know you've been keeping us updated on that. So hopefully,
No, seriously, hope that person comes out. Hope your friend comes out well.
Yeah.
Hope he does well too. We're gonna catch up on some of these.
They was talking about you. There's a whole bunch of poses in there.
Y'all said so.
I hope you. The sunflower oil pay well because you got about 23 fines.
He trying to get sponsored. He trying to get sponsored by KY. That's what he trying to do.
Now you got to get the daggone the fine too.
I ain't even got nowhere to run to. I can't. The fan. I can't. LA the internet went down because the fan is turned.
Yeah.
I can't remember to turn that fan off so I can just.
You gotta be like Ant. You just gotta stand in the background.
All right. With that being said, we're gonna move over to
you by essential oils and Ant's beard. John, you are still so jealous you don't have a beard. I don't understand what that is, brother. You can go ahead,
John. We gonna move over. We gonna move over to the Thursday night game. They should have went ahead and flexed this game right here.
They should have.
This is my personal opinion. I would have flexed the game. This is the LA Chargers versus the Vegas Raiders. I would have flexed this game to something else.
I gotta wash my hair.
But with that being said, we're gonna run these numbers. Wow, the Raiders are favorite. Imagine that. The Chargers at +3 at -115 at +130.
Is it in here?
Huh?
I thought it was in here.
What's that? Oh, is it in there? Let me see.
Yeah, right here.
Did it load up? That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about right there. High speed load drive. Let me close it. Let me take that off of that. It's in the way.
I'm about to say I ain't on that side.
There you go. Yeah, +3. No, it changed.
It's already changed?
Yeah, I just changed. I wrote mine down just before the show started, and it's +3 at -115 at +132.
Hold on.
At -3 at -106 at -159. It just changed. It's still 34 points total. Over under still at -110 over and under. I wrote it down just before we started the show.
Yeah.
I'm okay, Ant, you ain't been here in a minute. We're gonna give you first shot. What you got?
Oh Lord, this is terrible. Give me the 21. Okay. Give me the over. I don't want to. Hey, listen. I know what I smell poop now.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to do something. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, we gotta get our.
I'm so busy moving on to the picks. We need to get an update from last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good thing Pick ain't here because he had to close his eyes. Okay. As you can see,
that looks about right. Some things change and some things stay the same.
Sure.
Listen, I ain't been here and I'm doing better than Pick. That's crazy.
Hey, and then the overall numbers, as you can see, I'm holding slightly though, Lady A. If I slip too far, she's gonna run me down, and I'm hoping not. And Lady A, I went back and made sure the numbers jive to make sure it was all the same. How about that?
Yeah.
Oh, she was complaining. She was complaining it was a fix.
No, I wasn't. Pick was because he was like, "Yeah, you know,
come
I
on,
don't
buddy.
understand how I'm still in last place."
Please, Pick, please do so you can get corrected on air. No, sir. There ain't nothing wrong with your picks. That's about right, buddy. You ain't.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Pick.
Go ahead, Lady. What you got?
Oh, Pick is just that's a disgrace right there.
Hold on. Go back. I'm gonna get a screenshot. Hold on, go Cass. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. So is this his segment? Is this his segment? Picks. And then he is at the bottom of the bunker.
Yeah, this is bad.
Buddy.
There you go. You can get your screenshot in. There you go. That's his
bad.
I'm sorry, Lady A. Ant picked the over, Lady A. He picked the over. Talk to me. What you got?
That's actually what I'm going for. I mean, it's at 34. I don't think that's difficult to. Well,
in today's NFL, hopefully not.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It shouldn't be difficult to get the over for this one.
This is the battle of backup quarterbacks, FYI, just in case y'all don't know that.
Yeah, but I mean,
just in case y'all don't know that, it's the battle of backup quarterbacks.
You got a winner to pick because when I looked up my stuff, I was like, yeah, this ain't the
greatest. I don't.
Judd is crazy, man.
Well, but I'm you know what? But I'm gonna go with the Raiders on this one. I'm gonna go with the Raiders to win. Money line. I'm gonna take the Raiders money line. Being at home, Devontae Adams is healthy, even though Jacobs is hurt. They got Zeus Smith back there. Zeus can get some carries because he's getting close to needing another contract and moving on to another team.
Okay.
He's already showed that he's proficient at doing such things. So with that, we're gonna move over to our next game. Oh, I missed the button. You bring it up from Lady A.
Yeah.
We got it. Okay. We move to the next game.
What you
these are Saturday's games. For those who don't know, these are Saturday's games. The battle of backup quarterbacks again.
I mean, it's the end of the season. I mean,
there's a slight adjustment to this game as well, Lady A.
Well, Justin Jefferson got hurt again, correct?
Right. So with the adjustment that I wrote down a few minutes ago is plus 3.5 at minus 112.
Yep.
And plus 155 for the Vikings. Minus 3.5, minus 109 for Cincy at minus 190 on the money line. They expected 39 points, minus 110 over and under is the same.
Correct.
Go ahead, Ant. What you got?
I'll take Bengals minus 3.5.
You gonna lay the 3.5? What else?
Yeah, I'm gonna lay them. I'm gonna lay them and spray them, man.
Woo, boy, not lay them and spray them. Hope there ain't no clubs out there.
I don't like that at all. That sounds like a whole thing.
Oh, ain't no clubs out there.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to look closely at the words that people type.
Whatever. he acting a fool. This game right here. Hold on, let me look at this. The Bengals are 6-1 against the spread.
Mm-hmm.
The Vikings are 7-4-2 against the spread. Ooh, they don't hit the over too often. The Vikings. I'm gonna have to take Bengals money line.
I might end up laying 3.5. I think they're gonna win by 7.
And I will say this about this game. Minnesota's defense has played pretty well. Can't take that away from them. Defense played pretty well. But on the other hand, the young man playing quarterback for Cincinnati is playing way above where he should be.
And got way more weaponry.
Exactly. And I think them going into Cincinnati, I would give Cincinnati the edge on this because of that. I like the way the young man is playing right now. He's getting rid of the ball. He's not holding it. He's getting rid of it. He's letting it go. Just hopefully it don't hit the ground so somebody kicks the ball across down the street. I mean, With that being said, give me Cincinnati money line.
Okay.
Money, go Caps. That means that you pick them to just win straight up, no matter how many, by 1 point or by 20. You just expect for them to win.
Right. In our next game,
Pittsburgh
again,
so disappointing.
Another game, battle of the backups. And the backup of one team I really dislike.
Oh.
Who is this? What's his name?
Didn't you?
Trubisky.
Oh. Why? What do you do?
You can't stand that man.
Trubisky.
Trubisky. Okay, yeah, I'm supposed to say that makes sense. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Now the line for this game plus 2.5. That's still the same. It's still the same. Plus 2.5 at -12 and plus 112 on the win line. -2.5 at -109 and -136 on the win line for the Colts. They're the favorite at home. At least inside the dome, they're gonna be snowing outside.
Don't mean that.
42 points. Over under -109, and for the over -112 for the under. Again, battle of the backup quarterbacks. Trubisky's on the left, Minshew's on the right. Take your pick, Ant.
Give me the under. I don't know who y'all think I am.
Dang.
Hey, but listen, you mix in I said, because remember, going back to the Bengals, I said I would actually do -7 for the Bengals if they'll win by touchdown, right? Mix that with my under here. I think I can make me some good money. I'm finna go ahead and get me a little betting on this weekend.
Talk to me, lady. What you got?
So I'm a little torn, but I think that because the Colts are at home, that explains some of the spread. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Pittsburgh plus the 2.5.
A little bias. I get it.
How am I biased?
Coach.
Because it's Omar Epps' big brother.
Yes, precisely.
This game actually worries me. I'm not a Trubisky fan, and he showed why last week. Why I'm not a Trubisky fan.
Yeah.
Open throws, wide open people, wide receivers. He missed them. He had one toward the end of the game that gave him a chance. He had to drop it in over one guy right into the wide receiver, and he missed it. He missed it. I mean, this is the same guy that was in Chicago, and that's who he is. Minshew, on the other hand, you just depend on which Minshew's going to show up. But with this Minshew being at home, he seemed to have played better. So give me the Colts at home money line. That's where I'm going with this one right here.
I think that's safe.
Because I mean, both of these teams need to win real bad.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah.
In our last Saturday game, which may end up being one of the best games of the you got the surging. You hear me? The surging Denver Broncos taking on the flaky Detroit Lions. Flaky, you know what I'm saying? Flaky.
They've been flaky.
Man.
They need
Denver coming quick, man.
I mean, I don't know what's going on with these boys. I mean, Detroit's killing me. With that being said, let's run this line. First of all, congratulations to Russell Wilson and Sierra. She had a baby girl.
Drop that album. Okay.
Yeah, yesterday. So he should be ready to roll. He ain't got no sleep, but he should be ready to go by Saturday. So the line for this game +5 at -112, +190 for Denver, -5 at -109, -235 for Detroit. 47.5 points is expected. The over is -108. The under is -113. Talk to me, Ant. What you got?
I think what we seeing from Denver is fool's gold. You know what I'm saying? I can't buy into it.
Let me say this.
Okay.
They started out at 1-5. They're 7-6. I'm with you.
I'm doing a little pickage right here. You gotta let me get through that. Hold on. I think it's fool's gold, but I do think that Detroit needs to figure something out quick because I don't know what's going on with them. Look, you talk about the opposite kind of. Started off cold, started off hot. What we got, I don't know. So one of them coming quick, one of them coming slow. I'm going. I think I will go Denver +5. It's hard to when a team gets that chemistry. When they kind of mesh together like that.
I'm gonna get a fine for this one. I'm gonna get a fine for this. I'm going to put it out.
And getting the fine too, so you're gonna just get one more.
Huh?
You say what?
I say which one of them drooling more?
Which one of them drooling more?
Said, I'm glad you went. He didn't cut the camera off, muted himself, and everything. I'm glad because this is just awful. Fine.
Okay, I'm back.
Fines are everywhere.
Okay, what did you say? Aunt? Which one would you like? I'm sorry.
He said Broncos +5. Yeah, he was too busy conjuring up some craziness.
Denver coming quick with the 5. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Denver +5.
The Broncos are kicking the head.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What was that? Was that you trying to control yourself?
Get the composure. You gotta get it back on the rails.
Terrible. Well, I don't think that y'all need to even ask me because y'all know that I wasn't buying anything that the Lions were doing. The whole season, last season, the season before that, I have reason to feel the way that I feel. So I'm going to go ahead and also take Broncos +5.
Oh, lady.
Hey.
All right. What's going on, say it? Well, you know what? Uh-oh. My bad. I was reading a text that popped up on the screen. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Say it tapped out.
Maybe in a little trouble. Anyway, it's pretty interesting that Sean Payton has turned this team around. He's got these boys believing in what he has and what he's done. If they mess around and get a couple more pieces, this team is going to be dangerous next year. Detroit is in a bad spot because they need this game for positioning wise. They really, really do. But I think Russell Wilson, them boys, like y'all as well, I think I'm gonna go with Denver and this +5 because Detroit they're gonna have to make a believe out of me. Yeah. Because what I saw last week against that Swiss cheese line of Chicago, and let's not forget, I mean, Denver has some defensive line that rushes the quarterback very well. And Jared Goff does not do well with a team with a great defensive line rush. He's struggling. I don't care if they're at home. I think Denver goes in and wins this game. Give me the Denver Broncos in that +5.
Gotcha.
It's a full sweep for us on that game. All of us are thinking the same thing. That's what they're going to do. That's what's going to happen. It is what it is. Lady A, did I miss anything that we needed to bring back up?
I don't believe we missed anything. I'm double checking now. No, we're good.
Okay, then we've done a great job. Thank you guys for stopping by, listening to us. We hope the picks work out for you for this week. Make a conscious effort to do your own thing. We're just
we're suggesting.
I mean, if you really want to watch a few things, and all you gotta do is look at, there you go. All you gotta do, I don't really need it. I don't want to say it out loud, but
he said, "Ask a real one."
Somebody is almost at 500. Somebody.
Yeah.
But for real,
nobody asking him.
He had a bad week, honey.
Hey, but for real though, all jokes aside, thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back Saturday with the rest of the NFL picks. We'll have more information of what's going on. We have some good updates for these last few games. I mean, just think about it. Right around the corner from playoff season, and hey, let's get it ready. Let's get ready to go. You got anything, Ant?
Good to see you all. Good to be back.
Thank you for coming back, my brother. Lady A?
No, nothing from me. Thank you guys.
Wait. Go ahead.
Ugly sweater.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Ugly sweater contest Saturday. Wear your ugly sweater. Send me a picture through the First String Podcast email.
Tasteful, please. Tasteful ugly sweaters.
Send us a copy. Send us a picture. Email it to us at firststringpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll show your picture, and we may even bring some people on to show it live. Yep. Again, the email address is firststringpodcast@gmail.com. With that being said,
didn't we beat y'all by like 40?
Oh,
what? What are you talking about?
Burgundy and gold knucklehead.
With that being said, y'all have a great one. We'll see y'all on Saturday.
Ready for your beats? Our first song from the first